गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन, सभी को मेरा नमस्कार। जैसे कि आप लोग को पता है, नई किताब हम पढ़ रहे हैं। किताब है रुजुता दिवाकर, लिखा है डोंट लूज योर माइंड, लूज योर वेट। चलिए इंट्रोडक्शन आज थोड़ा पढ़ लेते हैं। वो अपने बारे में बता रहे हैं। आई क्लाइम्ड 6 kilometers of glacier from Gomukh at an elevation of 4,000 meters to Tapovan. With my heart beating in my ears with every step, expectations mounting. I have heard so much about Simla Baba, how he had been living in Tapovan for many years. The severe winters he had survived with snowfall more than 6 feet. How many penances he had done. And all starry-eyed, I was hoping to learn something profound from him. On reaching Tapovan, I went to his hut immediately and asked him, Baba, आपको यहाँ कौन लाया? बाबा ने जवाब दिया, जो तन ने यहाँ लाया वही मन ने यहाँ लाया. He replied with a straight face, he who brought you here brought me here. That is it. I thought, disappointed. It took me many more years and realization to figure out that simplicity is profound. So simplicity is profound. Don't lose your mind by complicating something as simple as feeding yourself. Although these words appear in smaller in front of the cover, they are really the bigger message. Losing weight, as we'll realize by the end of the book, is incidental, a byproduct of following a common sense approach to eating and eating right. But there is a thin line between simplicity and oversimplification. And just like you do with generalization, you miss the point completely when you oversimplify. Eating a balanced diet will keep you healthy. A simple statement of fact. The less we eat, the thinner we will become. Or an oversimplification. Other examples of other oversimplification क्या है? Blood group, General Motors, cabbage soup, orange juice diet. In a bizarre way, oversimplification seems to work best through mystification. Theoretically opposites, but apparently a potent combination. The best example of this combo, miracle foods, the weirds surrounding the better chia seeds, acai berry, quinoa, etc., etc. We really want to believe that there is something miraculous in these exotic foods, which will undo all wrong we have done to our bodies. Oh, we all know we have, but we have no idea, and we don't even want to know. When I started as a nutritionist about 10 years ago, ये किताब उन्होंने 2008 में लिखा है. तो वो लिख रहे हैं, when I started as a nutritionist about 10 years ago, I struggled to find my place in the fitness and wellness industry. Hardly an industry, but nevertheless. For starters, I had to deal with the stereotype of a healthy sari and apron wearing dietitian. While I was a young postgraduate in tights and jeans, my clients are aghast that I was promoting weight training, yoga, running as a means to keeping fit. अगर exercise करना है, then why come to you? Asked a concerned, well-meaning client. Everybody wanted to know how much weight loss I could guarantee or how much do you charge per kilo. I felt I was selling onions. It was easier to fool people into believing that starvation was the way. Somehow, there was a ready clientele for anything like no banana, no workout, no food, only juice. Where was the thrill in eating the right amount of food at the right time, as I prescribed? Yet, as I struggled to find a foothold, I was sure that eventually people would realize that losing fat and getting into shape has much more to it than how many grams of kilos you have dropped in a week or 6 months. So about this book, उन्होंने क्या लिखा है? Through this book, I share with you may take on dieting and how dieting or diet is most misunderstood term in English. There is no such thing as going on or off your diet. Eating correctly has to be a lifelong commitment, and the diet should be a reflection of this. This automatically rules out any extreme diet or crash diet which require you to go off them. So diet or what you eat should be planned according to your activity, lifestyle, fitness level, likes, dislikes, genetics, etc. So it should be part of our daily life, just as brushing your teeth. For diets to work, they have to be personalized. Oversimplification or generalization has never worked. We are all genetically predisposed to carry fat in different parts of our body. So for fun, pick up the book, which has the shape on its cover you identify with more, apple or pear. But do know that the basics of fat loss and healthy living remains the same, regardless of your shape, size, gender, age, nationality, etc. My other belief is that all food is good. All foods contain nutrients, which have their own role to play in our body. So we need all kinds of nutrients like carbs, protein, fats, vitamins, and minerals. And depriving us of even one of them will create an imbalance in our system. Also, there is no bravery attached to weight loss. You can achieve it just by falling sick. आप बीमार पड़ जाएंगे तो weight loss हो जाएगा. So what is most important is that you feel good about yourself. Treat yourself well. Be committed to eating properly and exercising. And weight loss, rather fat loss, will just happen. Punishing yourself by going on deprivation diets, liquid diets, low carb, high protein, or any other fat diet is never going to work. You will lose weight, but at what cost? Not to mention that it will all come back double of what you lost in fact. My book is about my philosophy of dieting, which is a confluence of what I have learned. And still I am learning in my studies of yoga and Ayurveda. And during my sports science and nutrition PG, over the years, I have come to understand that everything that we do or do not do is motivated by a strong desire to be happy. We want to lose weight because we think that it will make us happy. We want to just have to eat that pastry because it will make us happy. We don't want to eat Karela sabji because that will make us unhappy. The problem is that we are looking for happiness in the wrong place. Happiness is within us. And when we get in touch with ourselves over true being, we will discover happiness. Dieting or eating correctly is a process, a learning tool to go within. And when we see or experience that glimpses of reality within ourselves, it will reflect in our physical body. So यहाँ पे she had written Wikipedia on crash diets क्या है? A crash diet is a diet which is extreme in its nutritional deprivation, typically severely restricting calorie intake. It is meant to be achieved rapid weight loss and may differ from outright starvation only slightly. So they are not meant to last for long periods of time, at most a few weeks. Importantly, the term specifically implies a lack of concern for proper nutrition. It is the last sentence above that is really scary. We just seem to lack the concern, that commitment to feed ourselves right. My client often asks me what I feel about so-called expert dietitian or diet therapists or diet doctors, whatever, who are making people go on extreme diets in the name of guaranteed weight loss, spot reduction, improving metabolic rate, and stuff like that. I think we are barking up the wrong tree here. It is a simple scenario of demand and supply. When people stop punishing themselves, fat diets will beat a quick retreat. That a lot of dietitians will find themselves out of job is another issue altogether. So how to use this book? Using common sense when it comes to eating correctly is the central theme of the book. I have tried to put my view across in a way that all of us, with or without a background in fitness and nutrition, will understand. Throughout the book, I have liberally used the experience of my clients and the amazing stories they had to tell as examples to illustrate my point better and make to connect with you, my reader. I feel all of us will be able to relate at some level with these real life examples. Of course, wherever required, I have used fictitious names. At some places, I draw parallels between food and subjects which may seem to be completely irrelevant or far removed from it, such as politics or religion or our cars. But in my experience, we seem to understand the politics of our country or the state of our car better than we do our body. Hence the comparison. It is just my attempt to demystify diet and dieting. Chapter 4. In chapter 4, the 4 principles of eating right is the cornerstone of my philosophy. It is the book in a nutshell. Furthermore, for all the busy bees out there, I have put a cheat sheet at the end of each chapter, summarizing all the important points of the chapter. These are your takeaways. I have used these boxes all through the book for everything from exploding my myths to relating interesting anecdotes or to talk about anything supporting the text in the chapter. The box on crash diet is a case in point. I had the best time writing these boxes and hope you enjoy them as well. As you read and unread and reread, this book will urge you to think different about your body, food, and the act of eating. At least that is what I want it to do. I sincerely hope it does. As for how much weight will you lose? 2 things first. Know that every time you talk about weight loss, what you are actually trying to achieve is fat loss. Second, focus on essentials, eating right and eating on time. Fat loss, remember, just happens. Once you follow the easy to understand and surprisingly easy to practice principles, you will notice that you will feel different in as little as 2 weeks. You will get much more intuitive towards food, sleep better, and feel much more energetic. In about 3 months, you will see visible changes and drop a couple of size in clothes. You will also find that you naturally won't overeat will understand how and when to eat that pastry, enjoy a sense of calm and peace, and most importantly, stop worrying about how much you weigh. Happy reading. थैंक यू एवरीवन। कल नया चैप्टर शुरू करेंगे, व्हाट डाइट इज नॉट। सो बहुत सिंपल चीज है लेकिन इंग्लिश में है। अगर यहाँ पे हमारे डॉक्टर साहब है, अगर इसको थोड़ा सिंप्लीफाई कर देंगे तो बहुत ही अच्छा होगा। सो ओवर टू डॉक्टर रमेश मिश्रा जी। गुड मॉर्निंग है ना।
वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग, सबको नमस्कार। ये तो आज जो पढ़ रहे थे ये प्रीफेस है, मतलब इंट्रोडक्शन है। हम जब कल जाएंगे चैप्टर पे तो ये चैप्टर में हम रियल डिस्कशन करेंगे। लेकिन आज का जो समझ है मेरा ये है कि देखिए, हम जो सोचते हैं हम बैलेंस डाइट लेंगे, बैलेंस डाइट का मतलब क्या है? हम इतना सिंपलीफाई कर देंगे जो कि बाद में हमको ट्रबल में डालेगा। इसलिए हम ये बैलेंस डाइट को जाने के लिए ज्यादा कॉम्प्लिकेट बनना ठीक नहीं। हम इतना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड होंगे, हम ढूंढते रहेंगे बाजार में क्या अच्छा है क्या बुरा है, ऐसा नहीं। हम बाजार में जो मिलता है सीजनल, इसको एक्सेप्ट करेंगे। और हमारा जो डाइट है चला आ रहा है सदियों से, इसको एक्सेप्ट करेंगे। इसमें थोड़ा थोड़ा चेंज लाएंगे और आहिस्ता आहिस्ता ये हमारे शरीर में भी चेंज लाएगा। लेकिन कुछ प्रिंसिपल हमको याद में रखना होगा। ये प्रिंसिपल है कि हमारा डाइट में क्या क्या होना चाहिए, कितना परिमाण में होना चाहिए, और ज्यादा हम लेना नहीं चाहिए, हम थोड़ा थोड़ा कम लेना चाहिए। ज्यादा लेंगे तो भी ये हमको हमारे अंदर में ज्यादा डालेगा और बढ़ाएगा। ज्यादा कम लेंगे तो ये घटाएगा और हमारा नुकसान करेगा। तो इसीलिए न्यूट्रिशन का मतलब नहीं कि हम जितना हो सके ले जाए, ऐसा भी नहीं। हम हिसाब से लेंगे, थोड़ा कम कम लेंगे और हमारा शरीर के लिए जितना जरूरी है लेंगे। जो काम काज हम कर रहे हैं इसके माफिक हमारा डाइट प्लान बनाएंगे। ऐसा नहीं कि हम जिम जाते हैं, ज्यादा एक्सरसाइज करते हैं, सब कुछ करते हैं, लेकिन हमारा रेगुलर डाइट जो है वही खाते हैं। इससे नहीं होगा। इसके लिए हमको मसल बिल्डिंग चाहिए, हमको ज्यादा प्रोटीन चाहिए, तो ये सब करना होगा। और हमारा माइंड में आ जाता है फैट में बसा में ज्यादा एनर्जी मिलता है तो हम ज्यादा बसा ले लेंगे, तो ये भी हमारा काम में नहीं लगेगा, ये हमारा शरीर में जम जाएगा। तो इसीलिए हमको सोच समझ के करना है और हमारा लोकल फूड्स में सेटिस्फाई रहना है। सीजनल फ्रूट्स लेना है, फ्रेश फ्रेश जो कुछ लेना है फ्रेश लेना है। और जो डाइट बाजार में मिलता है, ये बोलते हैं ये कारगर होगा, सही होगा, इसके पीछे नहीं पड़ना है। और 3 महीना हम कोशिश करेंगे, आहिस्ता आहिस्ता होगा, दुखी होंगे नहीं। हमारा वेट लॉस हुआ नहीं इसके लिए दुखी होंगे नहीं, आहिस्ता आहिस्ता हो जाएगा। तो डिसीजन लेंगे और हमारा वेट लॉस के लिए काम करेंगे। वेट तो न्यूट्रिशन तो हमारा 70% है ना, तो 70% को हम ठीक कर देंगे तो बाकी एक्सरसाइज और हमारा जो नीट होता है इसके जरिए ठीक हो जाए। तो न्यूट्रिशन को पहले ठीक करने के लिए कोशिश में रहेंगे। ये जो राइटर है रुजुता युएकर, ये फेमस है, ये बहुत सेलिब्रिटी का वो डाइटिशियन है। उनको वो एडवाइस देते हैं और उनका सेहत का ख्याल रखते हैं, बहुत फेमस है। और उनका भी आता है, गूगल में भी आता है, बार बार आता है, ये क्या एडवाइस देते हैं क्या करते हैं इसका भी आता है। तो ये किताब बहुत अच्छा किताब है और दाम भी ज्यादा नहीं। हम इसको बाजार से ले सकते हैं, खरीद सकते हैं, ऑनलाइन भी मंगवा सकते हैं। बहुत अच्छा किताब है और कल से शुरू करेंगे। सबको वेलकम, कल से आ जाइए। डाइट के बारे में थोड़ा नॉलेज भी हमको चाहिए, क्योंकि हमको होलिस्टिक अप्रोच लेना है। बॉडी के लिए खाली एक्सरसाइज नहीं, न्यूट्रिशन के लिए डाइट का नॉलेज भी चाहिए हमको, किसमें क्या है, कितना लेना है और क्या क्या एक्सरसाइज करना है, ये सब बताएंगे। बहुत अच्छा लगेगा। थैंक यू ऑल, सब यहाँ जुड़ जाने के